first question. We have, can you walk us through your journey from a project leader at BCG to the CEO of Sovrenn? And what were the key challenges and milestones you faced during this journey?
Sure, sure. So I think before becoming a project leader, right? So BCG was my first job out of campus. I did my bachelor's from IT Delhi, then MBA from IIM Calcutta, and then straight away went to BCG. It was my first campus out of campus job. Stayed there for 6 years. BCG was a great stint. I worked with very smart people at BCG, and BCG as a company really focuses on your problem solving skills. So my problem solving got really worked on during my BCG stint. After that, I wanted to work for some startups before I started my own company, because I think if you work, so BCG in BCG we used to work with corporates, but corporate environment is very different from startup environment, right? So I wanted to work with some startups as well before I started my own company. I worked with two startups actually, one Lenskart and the other was Stanza Living. Lenskart I directly reported to Piyush Bansal. Piyush, of course, is quite famous now. So I was the head of the online channel at Lenskart. So that played a good role in enhancing my knowledge about the how online businesses are run, right? So I headed that business there, and that really helped. After that, I worked as a strategy head at Stanza Living. Stanza again is a startup. It's a Series D funded startup, I think. That was also a critical, important role. Learned quite a bit there as well. And then eventually, once I had confidence, right, I started my own company. Of course, in during this, right, like the decision to start up my own company, and I have my co-founder as well. So both of us we started Sovrenn together. So the decision I took this decision once I had myself reached a level of financial independence. So I, like Manan said in the beginning, right? I also invest, and I have a pretty decent public market portfolio as well. And you can check my public market investing track record. It's a part of it is actually available online as well. So I had a good portfolio. I realized that my portfolio is good enough to sustain myself financially, and that's the time when I started Sovrenn, along with my co-founder Akriti. The intent behind Sovrenn is to help every Indian to learn investing, and investing is always done on information. So providing the right set of information to every Indian, that's like the intent behind Sovrenn. So like that's like the journey. I think in terms of key challenges faced, right? I won't say so. Of course, I think every job has its own set of learnings, right? So BCG, I learned how to sort of work across different businesses, right? BCG is a consulting company, so you get to work with multiple companies and multiple clients. And BCG was my first campus job. In the first job, you're typically not that polished as well. So learning problem solving along with sort of your soft skills, right? That typically happens in the first job. Post that, both Stanza and Lenskart were leadership roles. Both had their own set of learnings. I think team building, team management, those were important learnings at Lenskart and Stanza, and of course some functional expertise as well. How online businesses function. I think both the places